What's up, everybody? Welcome to Spill the Real. I'm Gigi.
And I'm your girl, Tone. We're so excited to finally launch and spill on the real with you guys.
And we appreciate all the love and support. We see all of you and it doesn't go unnoticed.
It's been a long time leading up, and even sharing a few posts with you guys on our social media, on our stories, has got us so excited. So let's get into it.
So we were thinking of what type of content we want to do for our first episode. We've been contemplating and thinking and planning and coming up with so many ideas. And then someone told me that we should give dating tips and how to shoot your shot for men. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yes, we asked some of our closest female confidants how they like to be approached by men and if they had any tips for the boys on how they can shoot their shot.
So here's the tea. Most, if not all women, love a man who's confident in his approach. But don't confuse confidence with arrogance, because we could definitely tell the difference.
Yes, confidence is key. We also love when you're super direct with us. But just like confusing confidence and arrogance, sometimes guys confuse being direct with being aggressive.
So what do you mean by being aggressive, though?
So like the guy in the club that's following you around all night because he wants to hook up, or the guy who's whispering really rude things in your ear when he thinks that they sound like compliments. Just kind of doing all the things that make us run away and turn away from you immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. First impressions are everything, and it's rare that you'll get a second chance at making one. Don't holler at me outside of your friend's car. First of all, it's not cute. It's obvious that you're trying to impress your friends, and we don't want no scrub.
Like, this is not a music video. No one really is going out, getting super dressed up, looking super cute, and all that to get yelled at across a parking lot from the passenger side at that, of somebody's car. Like, that's not cool. No one really wants that. It's not really a good approach. You know, I'm a woman. I deserve to be respected. And I think approach me and show me that you're capable of respecting me in the first place.
Show us that you have self-respect. The way a man carries himself says a lot, especially when approaching a woman. And another thing that's important to women is intent, according to our respondents.
For real. Be honest with yourself. Know what you want, just so when you come and approach us and start dealing with us, you can be transparent about everything.
Yes, transparency is everything. Communicate what it is that you want, because not only do we respect the honesty, but it gives us a chance to take it or leave it. For example, if you make it known from the jump that a relationship isn't in the intention, then it's my job to act accordingly. If I know that you don't want a relationship, then I shouldn't push you for one if you're not ready for it, and vice versa. I know that you just want to mess around, and that's what it is. But if I'm looking for something more serious, then I have a chance to leave it at what it is and move on. It's really not that hard. Just be honest. Transparency is everything. Everything. Even if I don't agree with what you want to do and your intention, I will always respect you for being honest. Because not only do you save me from wasting my time, but you save yourself from wasting your time.
100%. It also gives us like a better way to kind of gauge the follow through based on the initial engagement. You know, so all of the emotional injury from girls getting into situations that they didn't really intend to be in, like kind of obligatory relationships, just because either the guy thought that's what she wanted, but that's not really what she wanted, but neither of them are communicating. So miscommunication can really kind of mess up the flow of something that could be really good, where it ends and stops rather than kind of dragging it along. And you know, just, that's not what you want. Get what you want out of life, you know? That's basically the main takeaway. Know what you want so we know how to act and how we can follow through. That way it's healthy. No one has to end up where they don't want to, or in a spot where they don't want to be with anybody, or even ghosted. Avoid ghosting. Ooh.
Yes, ghosting is so common in this generation, and it's so immature. Like, all it's telling me is that you don't know how to communicate and you don't know yourself. That's what ghosting tells me. And I don't want to be with somebody like that. I get that you feel like you shouldn't have to explain yourself, because you shouldn't, but that wouldn't happen if you were just honest from the jump. A respondent said, complete honesty is the best. Whatever the honesty comes with, it's always respected.
Another few of our correspondents also agreed that they like funny guys and that funny things are a plus. We, obviously, as the comedians that we are, we agree with that wholeheartedly. You know, social media gives this idea that starting off with like a pickup line or even a joke is corny, but sometimes corny works, and some of us are just as corny as some of you folk out there. Yeah.
So for example, a few weeks ago, this guy messaged me and he was like, if COVID-19 doesn't take you out, can I? And I responded because it was clever. It made me laugh. I haven't heard it before, so I was like, yeah. And then I see COVID-19 pickup lines on a meme page. I'm pretty sure it was like the Shade Room or something. And y'all need to unfollow that. That whole page is toxic. Anyways. Anyways, I saw the pickup line on there and I was like, this is so original. So like the effort was there, but no.
Unoriginal, but the effort definitely does not go unnoticed. You heard? Like, we'll laugh, we'll respond for the most part if it's lighthearted, but even if you're not funny, just try to have a regular conversation with us. Get to know us as friends. It's so much easier if you just kind of meander into it regularly. Don't set like a precedent. That kind of romantic intent, you know, can kind of hold us back from wanting to be around you or wanting to hang out. You know, be someone that we would want to hang out with and want to be around and just hang out cool, you know.
I agree, especially if you want me to be your girl. Like, I'm trying to be your homie too, and being friends first helps. Like, it gives time for there to be built up interest, and it's genuine because you actually know me as a person and you know me as a friend, and that's so important. Like, y'all just try to jump in straight to the relationship without knowing how they are as a friend, and then you're surprised that they do you shady. And it's kind of just like, well, if they're not loyal to their boys, what makes you think they'll be loyal to you? Or like, just, you know what I mean? Another respondent said, approach us nicely, but don't try to smooth talk us. You know, don't sell me something that you don't got. Just be yourself.
Yeah, don't sell us a dream because we can buy our own. But basically, to sum it up, these are like the number one things that we got in our responses of how girls like to be approached by guys and how guys can shoot their shot. So, all about approach, and after your approach, be direct in your approach, and with your intentions, be honest with yourself and communicate that way we can both be on the same page about how we want to go about follow through. If there is any follow through, if follow through is short, we kind of know how to act accordingly.
The main tip that you should take away from this is that women want transparency. We respect transparency, and we consider a lot more than men. So giving us the truth allows there to be boundaries. I think it stems from men not really knowing what they want, and that's fine, but use this time inside, use this isolation to figure it out. Like, who are you? What do you want? What do you like? What kind of woman do you want to represent you? It's really that simple, and don't try to overthink it. I really hope this message gets out to somebody. Use these tips if the ball's in your court, and let us know how it works out. And if it doesn't work out and you get rejected, it's okay. There's more of us in the sea, okay? You're saving your time and you're saving her time, whoever she is, or he, whatever you're into. It don't matter.
Let us know any feedback or any questions you still have on the topic. You know, we're here to help. Even if you have any other input, you know, we gathered from a select few, but obviously they're not all the number one answers. I would say that these are pretty much the basics though. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to our first episode of Spill on the Reel.
Please like, share, engage in the comments. You might find your new boo. You might find a best friend. Or even, you might even just get some tips because we like to share. We're open to new ideas. So, tune in for next week. And yeah, have a safe quarantine, everybody. And happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm sure there's still a lot of more things. The squattery.
What's up with the squattery pottery? Who's trying to do some pottery?
Because you should have been honest since day one. And now you got all these. I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna get into that. This ain't no vent session. I was about to go off. This ain't that type of tea.
Oh my god, my eyes look so red. Like, it literally looks like I'm loaded. Them cookies will do it to you.
Oh my god.
Just kidding. I ain't got no cookies. Alright.
I ain't got no cookies.